Watching News at Prime, let's bring you this now. And we take you beyond our borders, Mozambique, and this is where the floodwaters are slowly starting to clear in some parts. Rescue South Africa and the South African National Defence Force have joined the local search teams there. About 100 people have died in the deluge and many others are still missing. This includes South African politician Andile Mngwevu. Newzroom Afrika's Malungelo Booi is in one of the districts there. He'll tell us in a moment where he is exactly. Malu, good evening to you. And we are hearing that floodwaters are starting to recede. Talk to us about where the efforts are to try and locate missing people.
That's right, Xoli. As you rightfully pointed out, Team South Africa is here on the ground in Mozambique. It entails Rescue South Africa as well as the South African National Defence Force that are joining efforts to assist the Mozambican government to search and rescue the many people that are missing or those that remain trapped in their communities. Remember, Xoli, many communities in the areas that have been affected by floods are actually unreachable by road. They can only be reached by air. But where we are in Buane district, and you can see, Xoli, this area too was covered by flood waters a few days ago, and the flood waters are starting to clear at least where I am. And you can see that this is a farmland, Xoli, you know what I mean? And this millis has actually been completely destroyed. And someone was telling me that this millis was going to be part of the March harvest. So the people that planted this were going to harvest these crops in March so that they are ready for the market later on. But that's no longer going to happen because of the floods. Bear in mind, Xoli, about 70% of the population here in Mozambique, their livelihood depends on farming or agriculture. Now, 80% of those people are women, and surely the floods will disrupt food security in this particular country because of actually what you currently seeing. We have seen, Xoli, thousands and thousands of farmland underwater and crops underwater. We've also seen homes underwater, and the situation on the ground remains desperate, and officials here are saying that they need every help that they can get. And they understand, Xoli, that the recovery process from these floods is going to be a difficult one. But as you know, that Mozambique is no stranger to these situations. In fact, someone was saying to me, these floods are possibly worse than those we saw in the year 2000. Xoli?